When Hollywood's Casanova finally decided to settle down in his 50s with the actress Annette Bening, Warren Beatty's fans were extremely surprised. But Warren knew he'd met his match. Welcome to Rumor Juice. In today's video, we'll explore how love at first sight between Warren Beatty and Annette Bening turned into a nearly 30-year-old marriage. Warren Beatty was once famous for being one of Hollywood's most legendary bachelors. That was until he met an Oscar nominee who changed his ways.
All right.
Beatty had lived an exciting, libertine lifestyle that seemed to involve nearly non-stop fun and sex. But when Bening appeared in his life, that chemistry was a complete game changer. When I was in my 20s and 30s, there were certain things that were irresistible. And then into my 40s and into my 50s, being an adolescent never got boring. That fortunately came to a conclusion, the actor confessed. He had romances with Madonna, Diane, Keaton, and Julie Christie. That all changed when Beatty cast Annette Bening in the 1991 film Bugsy. When they met for lunch in preparation for the film shooting, Beatty knew his life was going to change forever. He once recalled the moment of falling in love with Bening. It took about 10 minutes, maybe 5. The screen legend promised Bening that he wouldn't hit on her while filming at that meeting. However, that rule went out the door toward the end of the shooting when he asked her out to dinner. Although there was a moment of hesitation on her part, the duo went out to eat, and the rest is history.
When we were working on the movie together and just meeting and everything, it was very romantic. But now we've been married almost 25 years. So a lot has happened.
Beatty, who's now 84, married Bening in 1992. And while the move came as a shock to many, the actor said he never second-guessed himself. Their marriage shocked pretty much everyone at the time, largely due to Beatty's reputation for being a ladies' man. Bening obviously knew about his past, but he quickly convinced her that he was ready to become a one-woman man. What's more, the beginning of their romance was quite controversial because of the age gap between Beatty and Bening. When the couple met, Beatty was 53 and still kept a penthouse suite at the Beverly Hills Wilshire Hotel, where he was known to bring back his conquests. At 31, Bening had just divorced her first husband and led a low-key life by Hollywood standards. But lucky for him, she had a thing for silver foxes. I had never been attracted to younger guys. I had, from my late teens, always liked men who were older than me, Bening once confessed. The couple welcomed 4 children, and it became the greatest achievement for Beatty and Bening. That's the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, and their mother. That's bigger than fame, and it came not a moment too soon. Beatty opened up about his relationship with the family. The actor even took a break from Hollywood as he got used to married life and welcomed children. He said he focused on family affairs so his kids could have a normal life growing up. It is a burden, I think, to have 2 parents that are well known, so I completely respect their privacy. I could go on and on and on and on talking about them because they're brilliant and fun. But no, I think you have to give them a break, and they have their privacy. He reflected on the parenting experience. And while Beatty returned to acting and directing in 2016 with the film Rules Don't Apply, his family still remains his #1 priority. The couple, who has so far starred in 4 films together, have been married for almost 30 years. So what's the secret to their lasting romance? Every day she surprises me, Beatty said in the interview at the 2016 premiere of Rules Don't Apply. Definitely, he surprises me. Absolutely. Bening was quick to agree. He does the unexpected thing. Looking back, Beatty said he's never once regretted leaving his bachelor lifestyle behind. I became a devoted husband and father 25 years ago, and I have to say they've been the most enthralling years of my life, with our 4 fantastic kids, Beatty once said. Apart from that, Beatty believes that settling down with Bening was the best thing that happened to him. We've been wondering, how could his wife change Beatty so dramatically? The famous actor confessed, "I always felt I wasn't trying to avoid marriage. I was trying to avoid divorce. I had no doubt when I met Annette that it was time to get married." With nearly 30 years of marriage under his belt, Beatty said the secret to a successful marriage is respect. Besides, the couple always took great pleasure in spending time with each other. Like many parents, they had rare opportunities to embrace each other and repeatedly went out on date nights. That joy increased as their kids matured. Beatty and Bening enjoyed museums and theaters and loved being in each other's company. Annette has always enchanted Warren, and they never got tired of mutual affection. Besides, one of the greatest things about this famous Hollywood couple was their ability to find a balance between professional and personal lives. Beatty took a 15-year break from the limelight, while Bening, who worked while co-parenting their 4 kids and starring in critically appraised films such as American Beauty and 20th Century Woman.
I don't think she's the greatest actress in the town. I think she's the greatest actress in the world.
Oh,
And
thank you,
that's-
honey.
It wasn't until the two appeared together in the Howard Hughes 2016 biopic Rules Don't Apply that the power couple united on screen again. It was their first role together since 1994's Love Affair. I have never considered our careers a competition. Warren has nothing to prove to anybody, and I've limited myself to an average of 1 movie a year since our wedding, Bening once said. But what is the perspective of Bening? What is her recipe for the long-lasting relationship with the former womanizer? In the interview, she opened up. I like respect, but also I think in some ways we're very different. Some ways we're alike. But the differences, I think, help us, and there's some fire there. She also confessed that it's often hard to describe what is special about being with someone.
What one piece of advice would you give to Dave and I? What's the secret to a long, happy marriage?
Well, make sure that your spouse is a good kisser.
Despite their differences, Beatty and Bening remained focused on shared goals. Children were one of the reasons why the couple stayed strong for all these years. But it doesn't mean they didn't have a turbulent life. Life wasn't all roses for the couple, with rumors about their potential family issues circulating in the media. According to the New York Post, while Bening was promoting the 2010 film The Kids Are All Right in France, reporters were instructed not to ask the star about Beatty and their 4 children, which caused rumors of trouble in the couple's paradise. The blackout immediately made everyone speculate about their potential demise. Beatty and Bening allegedly butted heads over their teenage daughter Kathleen Elizabeth's decision to have gender confirmation surgery. It seems as if Beatty was devastated over the news. The Data 4 later opened up about Kathleen, who now goes by the name Stephen Ira, in an interview with Vanity Fair. He's a revolutionary, a genius, and my hero, as are all my children. The statement made it clear that the famous couple stayed together despite the potential rumors of divorce. But did Beatty and Bening face difficulties on their journey as a married couple? Sure thing, their relationship wasn't always smooth. While Beatty, a 2-time Oscar winner, had been starring in movies since the early 60s, Bening, a once little-known actress from Kansas, didn't make it big in Hollywood until her first major role, The Grifters. Thanks to her outstanding performance in this movie, she earned her first Academy Award nomination for Supporting Best Actress. No wonder Bening's family and friends were surprised she wanted to marry him. Bening made a lot of fuss within her circle after she announced she was marrying the known Hollywood womanizer. Even Beatty's sister, Shirley MacLaine, said her younger brother couldn't even commit to dinner. Bening remarked she wasn't prepared for what people thought of the relationship. I didn't consider for a moment how it would affect the people around me, like my friends and family. A friend actually said, "Are you sure about this? Can you trust him? Is this what you want in your life?" I was suddenly the sister or friend who had married Warren Beatty. He was the man who appeared to be the lifelong bachelor. It was a big issue at that moment. And despite their passion, Bening revealed she and her husband of almost 30 years don't always see eye to eye. I think in some ways we're very different. In some ways we're alike. I'm more impatient, and he's always late. That can sometimes be a problem. Yes, the mutual attraction needs to be there before it grows into something more. Beatty and Bening had that attraction when they first started working together, and once it was allowed to blossom into something stronger, they found that they couldn't have let it go if they'd tried.
To the person who's given me the most important thing of all, which is her love, and the love of our 4 children, Kathleen, Ben, Isabella, and Ella.
Real love isn't something that gets turned on and off. It has to grow and be nurtured by those that harbor feelings for one another. That's the strength of a real marriage, don't you think?